We're gonna get in here and move a few things around. We're gonna be on this side of the shop today. Need to get the 59 out of the way. I thought we'd do a little cold start. It's been a while since we fired this one up. Yeah, she's a little cold. She's been sitting for a few weeks. I haven't started it up at all. I'm surprised the battery was even charged up on it enough to fire it up. But there she is, purring like a kitten. She'll warm up. That is a 326 cubic inch engine, for those of you guys that don't know. I've never heard of that. Supposedly that is a 1-year thing that they did in 1959. Maybe some of you Mopar guys might know about that. That was news to me. And I think she's out of gas. Awesome. No, she's out of gas. Yeah, alright, let's go get some gas for it. I could just about bet you all the cans are empty. That's how that always goes. Empty. Empty. I know those are empty. I haven't used those in years. Yes, empty. I guess we're heading to the gas station. Oh well. Alright, so we managed to get some gas. Let's see if we can't get it into the car. Let's get our masking out of the way. We're going to be remasking the entire car off when it comes time to paint it anyway, so. All right, let's try this again. Might take a minute. Alright, she lives again. That rattling sound is actually this little clip on the fender. Look at that. I still need to get those out. Those are going to take a little bit of work to get out of there because they're just spinning around and around. And there's a nut on the back side that's stuck on. So So, if you guys tuned in last video, you know that we've been kind of trying to tie up loose ends around here a little bit. I want to get caught up on some things so that I could drag in some of my own personal projects in. So, anyway, I dropped off that, what was it, a 1995 Chevy pickup truck, half-ton, little extended cab. If you guys seen the last video, you saw it's that OBS body style, really clean little truck. And somehow I ended up with this one back in here. This is a 2010 Dodge Charger with over 300,000 miles on it. So we've had this one in here before, just always little simple things. And today's no different. We're going to put an O2 sensor in it for him right quick, just take a few seconds. Anytime this car stops by, I like to throw it on the channel just because it has so many miles on it. And I know a lot of you guys watching this channel think that, you know, anything over 100,000 miles is extreme. And I'm here to tell you, man, I used to think the same thing. And this car, over 300,000 miles, and she's still going strong. Original engine, original transmission. Neither one of them's been out of the car. Neither one of them's had anything done to them. So that's kind of a huge testament to how well cars can last, how long they can last if you drive them correctly and if you do the proper maintenance to them. And that's been this car's story since day one. They've owned it since brand new. This car has a little sentimental value because it was the first brand new car they ever owned. So they've taken very good care of it. And if you'll do that, if you don't do the whole drive them like you stole them thing, we've all heard that before. You know, if you drive them right, man, you take it easy on them and you just don't pound on them every time you're in there, you know, taking off from a stoplight, pedal to the metal. You know, we all seen people that do that. If you don't do that, you drive them right, man, they'll last forever. So anyway, let's get her in the shop. Let's get that O2 sensor in there, see if that helps him out. So it's located way up in there. Can you guys see it? Ooh, that's kind of hot. All right, so right there it is. Hopefully we'll be able to get my wrench up in there. I think it is going to be a lot. I've already unplugged it. I think it's going to be a lot easier to get from underneath. Oh, yeah. Woo. She was in there. These are fairly simple to change. I don't even need the special socket or any of that. Just a wrench. The driver's side was the same way. Last time I had it in here, I replaced the one on the driver's side, and it had to be done with a, it could be done with the wrench as well. Here's what it looks like. Here's the new one. All right, y'all, that was actually pretty easy. I can't complain too much on that. At first, you'll think you could do it from up here because it's just right down in there, but it's way easier to get it done from underneath. She seems to be running fine, nice and smooth. All right, so before I take this thing back to him, he was saying that it wasn't wanting to warm up to operating temperature, that he could drive it, you know, all the way to work and back, and it just didn't warm up. So I was thinking maybe, you know, thermostat, something stuck open, I don't know. But I got up there and I hit the little bleeder valve and I kind of bled some of it out, and you know, got some of the air out of the system. Luckily this one does have a bleeder valve, and check it out. And she's warming up now. The heater feels nice and hot. So I don't know. Maybe we got lucky and that fixed it. We'll find out. I'm going to drive it to the city right now. We're going to go to AutoZone, grab a few parts for the front end. I wanted some sway bar bushings and some sway bar end links. I think that'll help quiet the front end. A while back I put struts on it, so we don't need to worry about that. But I do hear a little bit of banging on the front end when we're driving down these old rough roads, and I think this will take care of it. So let's head up to the city. I think it'll be a perfect test drive to see if this thing's going to run up to operating temperature, if it's going to overheat, if it's whatever it's going to do. I think we'll find out. All right, so we made it to AutoZone. Let's go in here and grab some parts. We didn't overheat or anything. It did just fine on the way up here. All right, so I got us some sway bar bushings, and I got the sway bar end links as well for both sides. 95 bucks total, 95 and some change. So we've got it back home. I've got it all tore apart, and this can't be good. Anytime you see the threader come out, things aren't going well. So I'm underneath here trying to put my sway bar bushings in, and this top bolt got squirrely on me, so I got to thread it out. Lost my wrench. Where'd my wrench go? Here it is. So I'm just in here trying to chase the threads out, just kind of working my threader back and forth. I'll get all those threads chased back out, straightened out, and let's see, I've got a brand new bolt around here somewhere that I could put in. That ought to fix that situation. I've already got one end link, but sway bar end link in. Just got to do the other side, and then I'll get this buttoned up. I tell you what, we got lucky on that one. I thought for sure we done screwed up, because that bolt was not going in the hole. So it's rethreaded. We got a brand new bolt in the hole. We'll get this tightened up, and disaster averted. All right, so here goes the last piece. This is the driver's side sway bar in link. These go on really, really easy. And like I said, if you guys have ever been in a position where you've replaced your struts and you still got some stuff banging around underneath, chances are it's either these or those bushings. All right, so it looks like we're going to be heading out on a rescue mission. I figured this would be a good time to take this car on a test drive. We're going to go all the way up into the city, and we're going to check on my daughter's little Nissan hardbody. Something's going on with it. It's spitting and sputtering. Not really sure why. We'll find out more when we get there. You guys that don't know, that's my daughter has a YouTube channel. We've been fixing up this little old truck for quite some time now, and she's having a little bit of issues with it. So gonna do a little roadside repair, probably something like that. I don't know, we'll see. We'll know more when we get there. But anyway, good time to test drive the car, because I mean we're looking at a good 40-mile drive. Okay, so this thing did great on the way up here. Now we just got to figure out what's wrong with this one. Hopefully it's something simple. All right, let's get the hood opened up here. Yeah, in the past, she had an issue with water leaking into the tank. She was driving around with no bed there for a little while, and it was leaking through the top of the tank where the where that sending unit hooks up. But that doesn't seem to be an issue this time. Looks fine. All right, so we did manage to get the truck home. It was late, it was dark, it wouldn't have been good video, so I just kind of spared you guys of all of that. She's not running well. I don't know what in the world is going on with it, but it doesn't sound good. Get this put back up here. I hate these dash pads. It always blocks off the defroster, so I had to pull it out of the way, but she keeps this up here to protect her dash. She doesn't want the dash to start cracking. This is the second dash. The first one was all busted up, so I'll give her that, you know, give her credit for protecting the dash and keeping it nice. But these things are a pain. It was blocking off my defrost. I couldn't hardly see where I was going, so I had to yank it out of the way. But anyway, let's put that guy back in there. You gotta love that, right? All right, so I'm gonna get it pulled into the shop and we'll start poking around on it, see if we can figure out what's going on. So we seem to be down a cylinder for some reason. All right, so we got Low Love Life out here. This is my boy Matthew. It's my oldest boy. Go check him out on YouTube. Low Love Life. Put one of those little cards at the top of the screen. I got him out here helping me. He's got the plug out. Hopefully that's all it is something simple.
Hopefully.
Matthew will get her fixed up. You got your fingers crossed. Mine are crossed.
No, they're crossed. My toes are crossed. Yeah, I just had that. There it is.
Yeah, let's get that out of there. Hopefully that's all it is just a bad wire.
So.
All right, you ready? Go fire it up for me, would you?
Yeah.
All right, here we go, you guys. Hopefully that's all it was. Nope. Matthew's gonna pull that plug on out of there. We're gonna test it. See if maybe it's something wrong with it. I mean, it looks fine. Something else we can do is we could swap stuff over to another cylinder and see if the problem moves to the next cylinder. Stuff like that.
Sure.
So. Alright, so we definitely got the spark. No doubt about that. So we got the fuel rail undone and out of the way. Just a couple 12mm bolts, super easy to get off. Got my Fuel injector out. I'm going to swap it over to the next hole and see if that fixes the issue and see if the problem moves over. All right, everything's plugged back up. Let's find out if we did any good, see if it moved to the next cylinder or if we got more issues. Now we know it's still going to be missing. We ain't fixing anything there, but let's just go see if it moved. All right, this is the one that wasn't firing. Let's see if it fires now. Yep, there you have it. All right, where did we move it to? We moved it over to this one. Let's find that one. One right next to it. It's here. Let's unplug this one. Nothing. See, it's still fired. All right, we found the problem. We got a bad injector or a clogged injector or something. And now that the problem has been moved to the next cylinder, we know that the only thing that could have caused that is the thing that we actually moved over to the next cylinder, which obviously was that injector. So I think we're going to get a new injector. I'm not messing around with trying to clean that one and all that mess. I'm just going to replace it. But hey, you have to go over to my daughter's channel, me, myself, and Darlene. That's where we'll be fixing that problem. Hopefully that takes care of it. She's on the way right now with a brand new fuel injector. We'll get that put on there. I'll show her how to do it. You guys go over there, watch her, learn, see how all this works out. And hopefully that'll fix the problem. We'll have to wait and see. But hey, as for me, I'm moving on to the next one. So here we go. I guess we could work on this thing. Second thought, let's not. I ain't gonna lie to you guys, I hate this car. I have really grown to hate this car. I think he's actually on the way back from the parts store right now with more parts for this thing. Got my fingers crossed. Hopefully this will be the thing that gets him going. That poor kid has dumped hundreds of dollars into that car and he just cannot seem to get it together. It breaks down. He'll get it out of the driveway, he'll drive it down the road a quarter of a mile, and he's right back. Hey, it's still overheating, or hey, it's still got a death wobble, or hey, it's still this or that or whatever else. So he's on his way right now, picking up a new reservoir, the expansion tank. Imagine that, right? BMW with a blown tank. But anyway, you got to go over to his channel for all of that. We'll check in with him later, see what he come up with. So hey, I thought maybe for right now we'd come out here and work on this thing. Check this out. This is an old Ford Ranger my son's working on his channel, Integrity Whips. Go check it out. He's been resurrecting a couple old Danger Rangers over there, one being an 87 Ford Ranger and this one here a 94. He drug this one out of the woods. She's in bad shape. She's been knocked around, banged up against some trees over the years, and he thought he would try to fix it up. So this is what he's got so far. He went down to the salvage yard. He bought all of his sheet metal. He brought it home. He put it on the truck. Got him a nice little gap going on here. Looks pretty decent, but the problem is you get around over here and it's in bad shape. I'll show you what I'm talking about. That right there, look at that. We're actually overlapping the panel here. Pretty bad deal. And then you look over here and you see this gap and it's like, what? All right, so obviously the front end's been knocked over a little bit. That's okay. I've got a pretty simple solution for it. Let's go check it out. I think this will be a good job for this old engine hoist that I have converted into a puller. It's kind of a frame puller now, a Kansas Jack style frame puller. This is something we use in the body shop a lot to do floor pulls. This thing works great, man. All I gotta do is strap this thing down and I could pull a frame rail over relatively easy. So let's go give it a shot. I've used this in past videos. You guys go check them out. One of my earliest videos, back to 350Z rebuild. That was a Copart car rebuild. I used this to pull the frame rail out. I used it on some other things as well. Works really good. So let's go give it a shot, see if it'll get us through this project. One of the cool things is I can actually adjust this and do taller pulls. Like let's say maybe I needed to pull out a radiator support or something like that. I could raise that up, tighten that down, just like, you know, when it was an engine puller. So now it's laying on its side basically. A few little modifications, nothing major. Was able to use everything from the puller itself. I didn't have to add anything to it or nothing. So pretty cool deal. So this is the part where I'm supposed to tell you guys don't try any of this at home. And hey, let's be honest, most of you guys probably already have, but just be safe. You know, any of you young guys out there trying to do this kind of stuff, be safe. Cover your chains up with something, you know, an old welding blanket or something. You can drape it over your chains. That way if anything pops loose, it don't knock you in the head and stuff like that. moving yet?
Yeah, I see.
It's already moving? Oh, that's awesome.
Nice.
Really? So that was the hood falling?
Yeah.
Oh, that's perfect.
Ooh, that's joint.
Alrighty, y'all. I'm gonna keep pulling on this thing. Hopefully this will come out. But you're gonna have to run over to Tegrity Whips to see the final outcome. You know, the link is in the description. Tegrity Whips. All the links to all the channels are in the description. Go over there, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and you'll know exactly when we put out a new video. And you'll get to see the conclusion of us pulling this thing out and whether or not it works or not. Go over there, subscribe. Tegrity Whips. Some of you guys have been asking about the 059 Coronet. Well, we're still working on it, don't worry. It's too cold to paint. We explained this in a previous video. So I'm just prepping. And the cool part about it is I have time because we can't paint for a little while now. It's still days away before it's going to be warm enough. And that gives me plenty of time to get in here and really take my time, block everything out nice and straight and smooth. And man, she is really coming along. We really took our time on this roof, man. It's kind of dirty. I try not to rub on it too much. But this roof, you know, as good as that looks, it's nowhere near done, you guys. We got a long ways to go with it. Believe it or not, I'm going to sand this roof down again, and we're going to actually spray it again. What? Why would you do that? I want there to be more than just a couple layers of paint up there. I mean, that's the roof. We want it to stay protected for a long time. This is a single stage paint, so I should be able just to go through. Single stage meaning, for those of you guys that don't know, it doesn't have clear coat. The clear coat is made into the paint. It comes out shiny. That's what it had from the factory, and that's what we wanted to go back with, because I feel with clear coat, it'll be too shiny and it won't look vintage. It won't have that vintage look. With this single stage, it's perfect. The shininess is perfect. Everything's perfect. But you know, we got a few little spots of trash in here. I don't even know if y'all could see that or not. But they're there. And I want to go through it and I want to knock all those down. I want to sand this down perfectly smooth and hit it another time with 2 more good coats of that single stage ivory, I believe. It's called pearl. That's the actual color. The name of the color is pearl. I call it ivory because it kind of looks ivory to me. I am happy to report, though, that everything is turning out super smooth, blocking out real nice. You guys remember when this thing first came in, how bad that roof was? God, it was so crusty. And just to go through and feel all of this, I mean, this is where the pinch welds, I mean, it just feels like brand new. It's so smooth. Everything is so protected now. It's like it just sealed everything shut nice. Even under here. You know, we got the color all the way under here now. All this is so smooth, so nice. I just don't see it ever rusting again. Once the glass goes back in, everything's been treated and protected. I think it's going to be great. So, hey, on the last video, I did mention something about having an important announcement. Well, it's not exactly a huge announcement or anything, but it is important to me. For those of you that have been following the channel for a long time, you probably know that I do live in a rural area. I live in the sticks, literally. We don't have very good internet down here, and I have never, I mean, this channel is probably going on 2 years old, I think now, over 100 and something uploads. We have never uploaded a video from home, ever. We've always had to drive a good 50 miles to the city and back to upload a video, either at a friend's house, a relative's house, whatever. Kind of ridiculous, I mean, to have to go through that. But luckily, finally, we have fiber optic internet down here in the country. They've wired up the entire town. Huge thing, awesome deal, and we finally got it. So what does this mean for the channel? Well, more frequent uploads for one thing. A lot of you guys tell me, man, dude, you need to upload more. Your channel would grow so much faster if you uploaded more. Well, that's true, 100% true, I agree. But when you have to go sit on somebody's porch sometimes to upload a video because it's in the middle of the night, you don't want to wake them up, you just need their internet. So I mean, that's what I've been going through, you guys. I've done that countless times. And anyway, it's all paid off. We got through it. We do have the high speed now, so we can start doing more frequent uploads. And that's kind of the reason I'm starting to do this more of a vlogger style deal. Now that I could just go in the house, upload a video with ease, I thought maybe I would give you guys more of a behind the scenes look of some of the stuff we go through on a day-to-day basis. We don't just buy and sell cars. We don't just flip cars. We got lots of side projects. We got, you know, favors that we do for friends. We've got projects working on with the kids and their cars and their YouTube channels and all of that. So lots to see. And some of, you know, you guys have been missing out on most of that. And that's because the internet has been lacking, and it's just way too much trouble to try to upload on a consistent basis until now. Did you get your parts?
Oh shit.
Scare you?
Yeah, a little bit. You're probably gonna cut that one out. Yeah, I can't figure out how to take that out.
Where's it at?
Right there.
Oh, that's where that goes? You know, from the looks of it, he's only got part of a thermostat down in there. Half of it's missing. And I think that's what's causing half of his issues. This thermostat is like two different pieces. It's this piece and this piece clipped together. This piece is completely gone. It's not even there, okay? And this piece is actually stuck in the hole. This is the part that's sticking up, so now we got to figure out how to get this out. And from what I noticed, this piece comes apart as well. Check this out. Apparently you can kind of twist this and it comes unlocked. It comes into a couple pieces there. So now we got to get this all to come out somehow. Kind of figuring this out as we go. Looks like
Okay.
it might. Oh, it was trying to come out. All right, you guys, you'll have to go over to Low Love Life. Link in the description. That's my boy's channel. Go check it out, hit the subscribe button, and find out if that actually fixes it or not, and you can finally start driving that car. I have my doubts. And as I've said before, link in the descriptions for all those channels. Alright, so I thought we'd put the old F-150 to work this evening. Got some limbs I need to drag. Come on. Oh, there we go. Hopefully it'll fire up. I think the battery terminals have been kind of dirty. Sometimes it'll do it, sometimes it won't. All right. There we go. Cool. I'm gonna attempt to pull these limbs out of here. You'll chop them up, get them ready to burn. This whole top of this tree has been broken out by an ice storm and is all laying down here on the ground. We'll see if we can't get it all out of there. Priceless. Man, that one's hanging by a thread. Look at that. Better be careful, that might fall and hit me right in the face. Well, the F-150 did good, y'all. She always does, though. I just keep her around just to do stuff like that with it. It barely leaves the property anymore, but I still get plenty of use out of it. I think now's a pretty good time to end the video. I think I'm gonna sit out here in my chair and sip on some coffee. Too cold for beer. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, but I'm gonna have to get on out of here for now. Please like, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. It's really appreciated, and it does help the channel grow. It's the best way to support a channel, is just to interact with it a little bit here and there. You know, leave a comment, even if it's just a thumbs up, a smiling emoji. If you're a new subscriber, love that, man. Let me know. Love to welcome you to the channel. Cannot believe we got this toward the end of January. That's awesome. Hey, till next time, I'll see you guys later.